Okay, I decided to do a tutorial for Museum of Freedom because some people have a couple issues, especially new runners, and these are issues that I had when I first started running as well. Um, the first issue is not getting Preston to line up properly with Sturgis and the back wall. One is he'll end up going too far, like he does here, and you notice that they aren't lined up correctly. And the other one is him staying in place and not moving at all. And in order to line them up, you have to stand over here. You cannot stand back here. So the two things that you're doing wrong in the first one is you're not spamming down on him at the proper time, and you're letting him walk too far. The second one is you're not giving him enough room to walk forward, so he ends up staying back there. So what we want to do is when we walk through this door, we want to take an immediate left and turn around and then start spamming down after he takes the first step and a half, 2 steps or something like that. Alright, and I'll show you what that looks like now. We're going to go in, we're going to turn around, he's going to start stepping, and that's when we start pressing down. I hope you can hear the clicks. When I made the down button on my mouse so you can hear the click going through. Now the second thing that people have problem with is Sturgis' speech. Some people have an issue where you're sitting here, you're pressing down a bunch, and Sturgis just isn't skipping his speech at all whatsoever. It's annoying. Sometimes then you might have to like shoot him, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just kind of annoying, especially when when shooting doesn't work and he ends up going through all of his dialogue. So there's two things that we can do in order to alleviate that situation. One major thing. Alright, so there's a visual cue, two visual cues. One is when he's turning around to sit down. Then you can start spamming down. But the other one is if you see these 4 lines in the center, which could be a box if Marcy Long is getting in your way. Either way, when that in the center disappears while it's pointed at Sturgis, that's when you can start pressing down. And I'll show you that right now. So we're going to go backwards, give him room, start spamming down now. Now, especially during French, when you say that's great, you're going to aim to skip your own dialogue, which we're going to do now. So then that way Sturgis goes, tell him, and we're going to move out, move back. When that disappears, now we can start pressing down again, and his speech isn't going to screw up, and we can get through all of it. Now, during that time where he is turning around, we're normally back here. We open to use up this time that we're wasting. We usually open this door and loot these coffee cups. And in survival, you want to loot the perception bobblehead, because we're going to use them to build the teleporter afterwards. If you notice in this tutorial, I didn't shoot Preston because I'm not trying to show you how to save half a second. I'm just trying to show you how to not how to not like just lose a bunch of time. So let's do this the way it looks like in a speed run. Is we're going to walk in, come back this way, turn around. Now we start pressing down. And we're going to keep spamming down until we see that's great. We're going to aim to skip our own dialogue. We're going to loot all of these coffee cups, look back at him, and then when it disappears, we can start pressing down again, and then skip through all of our dialogue. And when you see completed, I didn't open the door. When you see completed, then you can go through the door. If you aim on your last dialogue, completed should appear properly. If you go out past this threshold before it's finished, you'll notice that it didn't complete the mission and the extra raiders aren't outside. So just make sure that you get through that last part of dialogue before walking through this threshold. And I hope that this instructional video helped any new runners out there that are having an issue with this, and possibly some old runners that just didn't know. Anyway, that's it, and have a good day.